Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Be Kind, Be Happy story time. And for this episode, very excited to be doing this particular book. It's actually a sutra because it's something that is very close to my heart. It's not a Buddhist text per se, but the essence is the same. And it's not something that I was really exploring deep into or at all when I was a Buddhist monk. But ever since I left the monastic life, I've been listening to this every single day, every single night for maybe about a year now because there's so much truth to it and it's so easy to understand. So now it's an honor to be able to honor this text by reading it and by sharing it with the world. Hope you enjoy. Tao Te Ching. In Chinese, it means Tao means way, Jing means sutra. So this is like the book of the way, the sutra of the way, the path. Let's begin. So this Tao Te Ching has 81 chapters. So I'll try to get through maybe 20 or 40, depending on how much time it takes. I don't want to spend too much time on it, make this video too long. Number one, a Tao that may be spoken is not the enduring Tao. A name that may be named is not an enduring name. No names. This is the beginning of heaven and earth. Having names, this is the mother of all things of the world. Make freedom from desire your constant norm. Thereby you will see what is subtle. Make having desires your constant norm. Thereby you will see what it manifests. These two arise from the same source but have different names. Together they may be termed the mysterious. Mystery and more mystery, the gate of all that is subtle. Number two, all in the world deem the beautiful to be beautiful, it is ugly. All deem good to be good, it is bad. What is and what is not give birth to one another. What is difficult and what is easy complete one another. Long and short complement one another. High and low incline towards one another. Note and noise harmonize with one another. Before and after follow one another. Therefore the sage dwells in the midst of non-action and practices the wordless teaching. Herein arise the things of the world. It does not turn from them. What it gives birth to, it does not possess. What it does not retain. The achievements complete, it makes no claim to them. Because it makes no claim to them, they never leave it. 3. Do not honor the worthy. This will keep the people from contention. Do not prize rare things. This will keep people from becoming thieves. Do not display the desirable. The hearts of the people will not be turbulent. Hence the governance of the sage. Empty their minds and fill their bellies. Weaken their wills and strengthen their bones. Always render the people free of knowledge and desire. Ensure that the clever do not dare to act. Engage with non-action, and nothing will not go unruled. 4. The Tao is empty, yet you may keep drawing from it as though it could never fill your need. It is an abyss, like the ancestor of the world of things. Blunt the point, undo the tangle, soften the glare, join the dust. Dim, it seems almost to exist. I know not whose child it may be, it seems the forerunner of the Lord. Chapter 5. Heaven and earth are not run. They treat the things of the world as straw dogs. The sage is not Ren. He treats the people as straw dogs. All between heaven and earth is like a great bellows, empty, yet it does not collapse. The more it is moved, the more it issues forth. Many words are soon exhausted. Better to preserve the central. 6. The spirit of the raven is undying. It is called the dark vagina. The gateway of the dark vagina is called the root of the world, stretching further and further as though always there. Use it, effortless. 7. Heaven endures, earth long abides. Heaven endures and earth long abides because they do not give birth to themselves, hence they are long lived. Hence the sage places his person last and it comes first. He treats it as something external to him and it endures. Does he not employ selflessness? Hence he attains his self-regarding ends. Highest good is like water. Water benefits the things of the world and does not content. Dwell in places that the mass of men despise. 9. It is better to stop pouring than to grasp it until it is full. The blade forged to full sharpness will not last long. Halls filled with gold and jade can never be secured. Pride in wealth and rank brings disaster upon itself. The work being done, step out of view, that is the Tao of heaven. 10. As you carry your bodily soul embracing oneness, can you never depart from it? As you concentrate your energy and extend your suppleness, can you be as a newborn babe? As you polish the dust from your mysterious mirror, can you render it free from all blemishes? As you cherish the people and order the state, can you do so without awareness? As heaven's gate swings open and shuts, can you keep to the female? As your brilliant awareness penetrates everywhere, can you refrain from employing it in action? You give birth to it, you nurture it, yet in giving birth you do not possess it. In doing it you do not retain it. In leading it you employ no authority. This is called mysterious power. 30 spokes share a single hub. Grasp the nothingness as its center to get the full use of the wheel. Clay is fashioned to make a vessel. Grasp the nothingness at the center to get the use of the vessel. Bore windows and doors to create a room. Grasp the nothingness of the interior to get the full use of the room. That which is constitutes what is valuable, but that which is not constitutes what is of use. Chapter 12. The 5 colors blind men's eyes. The 5 tones deafen men's ears. The 5 flavors numb men's mouths. Racing at a gallop in pursuit of the hunt maddens men's minds. Rare objects obstruct men's conduct. Therefore, the sage is for the belly and not for the eye. Therefore, he discards the one and seeks the other. 13. Great favor and disgrace startle alike. Prize great troubles as you do your body. What do I mean by great favor and disgrace startle alike? When an inferior receives a superior favor, he is startled when he gets it, and he is startled when he loses it. That is the meaning of great favor and disgrace startle alike. What do I mean by prize great trouble as you do your body? The only reason I have great troubles is because I have a body. If I have no body, what trouble would I have? Therefore, he who prizes his body as if he would the world can be given charge of the world. Let me repeat that again. Therefore, he who prizes his body as if it were the world can be given charge of the world. He who loves his body as if it were the world can be entrusted with the world. 14. What you look at but cannot see is called transparent. What you listen to but cannot hear is called rarefied. What you grab at but cannot grasp is called minute. These three cannot be probed through, thus they are conflated to one. Its top is unshining, its bottom not darkened. Endless, it cannot be named. Return to a state without things, it is called the form of no form. The image of no things, it is called the indistinct. Encountering it, you do not see its head. Pursuing it, you cannot see its back. Grasp the Tao and the past to see what there is today. To be able to know the beginning of the past is called the guideline of the Tao. 15. In the past, those who were good at being gentlemen were subtle, marvelous, mysterious, penetrating, so deep they could not be fathomed. Just because they cannot be fathomed, I restrain to describe their appearances. Hesitant, as though crossing a winter stream, timid, as though fearing awe nearby, reverent, like a guest, rent, like river ice soon to melt, solid, like an uncarved block, vacant, like a valley, turbid, like muddied water. Who can be turbid, yet setting slowly clear? Who can be at rest, yet moving slowly come to life? One who protects this Tao does not wish to become full. It is precisely because he is not full that he can be tattered, yet new made. Reaching the ultimate of emptiness, deeply guarding stillness, the things of the world arise together. Thereby do I watch their return. The things of the world burst out everywhere, and each returns to his own root. Returning to the root is called stillness. This is called returning to destiny. Returning to destiny is called constant. Knowing the constant is called enlightenment. Not knowing the constant, one acts blindly and ill-omened. Knowing the constant, one can accommodate. Accommodation leads to impartiality. Impartiality leads to kingliness. Kingliness leads to heaven. Heaven leads to the Tao. With the Tao, one may endure, and to the end of life, one will not be in danger. 17. The best. Those below are aware that he is there. Next best, they love and praise him. Next best, they fear him. Next best, they insult him. Insufficient faith above, unfaithfulness below. Far off, he speaks, but rarely. When the work is accomplished and the task is complete, the people say, "We did it all ourselves." Chapter 18. When the great Tao was discarded, only then came Ren and Right. When wisdom and insight emerged, only then came the great artifice. When the six kinship classes fell out of harmony, only then came filiality, and parental kindness. When the state is darkened with chaos, only then do the loyal ministers appear. Chapter 19. Cut off sagehood, cut off wisdom. The people will benefit 100-fold. Cut off Ren, cut off Right. The people will return to filiality and parental kindness. Cut off cleverness, cut off profit. Brigands and thieves will nowhere be found. As patterns, these three are insufficient and only make the people seek to add to them. Exhibit the plainness of undyed clothes. Embrace the uncarved block. Be little self-regarding and make your desires few. Chapter 20. To assent and to object, how different are they? Beauty and ugliness, what is the distinction between them? What others fear, one must fear too. How baseless, far off the mark. How joyous the mass of people are, as if banqueting on the sacrificed ox, as if mounting a tower of spring. I alone am still, without visible sign, like a newborn baby yet to smile, or listless, like one with no name. The mass of people have more than enough. I alone appear bereft. I, with the mind of a dolt, of a doft, so slow. Ordinary men are brilliant. I am dim. Ordinary men are perspective. I am closed. Sudden, like the sea, like a tempest, as though endless, the mass of people all have their means. I alone am obstinate, uncouth. I alone wish to be different from others, and feeding and value feeding from the Mother Nature. Chapter 21. The the bearing of abundant virtue is to follow the Tao alone. As a thing, the Tao is shadowed, obscured. Shadowed, obscured. A thing lies within. Obscured, shadowed. An image lies within. Dark, dim. An essence lies within. So sound is the essence. Full concord lies within. From the past to the present, its name has never left it, and hence it has pleased the multitude of elders. How do I know of this multitude of elders? By means of this. Chapter 22. A fragment thus whole, bent thus straight, hollow thus full, worn thus new, few thus gaining, many thus confused. Therefore the sage embraces one and is a standard for the world, not revealing himself thus bright, not asserting himself thus shining, not praising himself thus meritorious, not boasting of himself thus enduring. He does not contend, thus none can contend with him. The old saying, a fragment thus whole, how could it be empty words? Truly, it will return whole in the end. Chapter 23. To be sparse in speech is to be spontaneous. Thus, wind quarrels do not outlast the morning, and teeming rain does not outlast the day. Who causes these? Heaven and earth. Even heaven and earth cannot long persist thus. How much less can men? Those who follow the Tao are alike in Tao with others who follow the Tao, are alike in virtue with others who have virtue, are alike in loss with others who have loss. Alike in Tao with others who follow the Tao, he delights indeed in grasping the Tao. Alike in virtue with others who have virtue, he delights indeed in having virtue. Alike in loss, others who have loss, he delights indeed in having loss. Where faithfulness is insufficient, there is unfaithfulness. Chapter 24. On one tiptoe cannot stand, on whose legs are spread cannot walk. Sorry, let me repeat that. Chapter 24. One on tiptoe cannot stand, one whose legs are spread cannot walk. One who shows himself cannot be bright, one who asserts himself cannot shown. One who praises himself can be meritorious, one who boasts of himself cannot endure. For the Tao, these are called excess, store, and superfluous acts. Things detest them, therefore the man of the Tao does not abide in them. Chapter 25. There is a thing formed from confusion and born before heaven and earth, silent, solitary, alone and unchanging. It revolves everywhere and is never in danger. It can be the mother of all under heaven. I do not know its name, but I style it the Tao. If forced to give it a name, I call it the Great. The Great I call receding. Receding I call distant. Distant I call reversing. Thus the Tao is great, heaven is great, earth is great, and the king is great as well. Within the realm there are four great ones, and the king sits as one among them. Men emulate earth, earth emulate heaven, Heaven emulates the Tao, and the Tao emulates spontaneity. Chapter 26. Heaviness is the root of lightness. Tranquility is the lord of haste. Therefore, to the day's end, the travelling sage never leaves his laden carts. Though beside lavish towers, he stays by them all aloof. How could the ruler of 1,000-carat state take his own body as of lesser weight than the world? To be light is to lose the root. To be haste is to lose one's lord. 27. Good travelling leaves no wheel ruts. Good talking makes no slips. Good counting uses no counters. Good shutting uses no bolts, yet cannot be opened. Good tying uses no cords, yet cannot be undone. Therefore, the sage is always good at rescuing people. Thus, he never abandons any person. He is always good at rescuing affairs. Thus, he never abandons any affair. This is called stretching enlightenment. Thus, the good person is the teacher of those who are not good, and those who are not good are grist to the good teacher. Not to honor one's teacher, not to cherish one's grist. Though one may be clever, this is to be lost adrift. This is called pivotal mystery. One who knows the male but preserves the female becomes a raven to the world. Such a one never swerves from constant virtue and returns again to be newborn baby. One who knows white but preserves black becomes a standard for the world. Such a one never deviates from constant virtue and returns again to being limitless. One who knows glory but preserves shame becomes a valley to the world. Such a one is always supplied with constant virtue and returns again to the uncarved block. When the uncarved block is dispersed, vessels are made from it. The sage uses these to become the leader of the officers of state. Thus, the greatest carving never cuts. 29. The wish to grasp the world and control it. I see its fertility. The world is a spirit-like vessel. It cannot be controlled. One who would control it would ruin it. One who would grasp it would lose it. Thus things may lead or follow, blow hot or cold, be strong or weak, sustain or destroy. Therefore the sage discards the excess, the extravagant, the overbearing. Chapter 30 and final for this video. He who assists the ruler by means of the Tao does not coerce the world by means of arms. Consequences come back around like a ring. Where troops encamp, brambles grow. After great armies, crops always fail. The good man is simply resolute. He never employs coercion. Be resolute without boast, resolute without threat, resolute without pride. Resolute from necessity, be resolute without coercion. When things in their prime grow old, they are called contrary to the Tao. What is contrary to the Tao comes to an early end. Hope you've enjoyed part 1 of the Tao Te Ching. We've covered the first 30 chapters. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for part 2, where we will continue with the second 30 chapters. Okay, everyone. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.